Hey everybody, welcome to Season 3 of Black Sails. It's the first episode. I wonder if the show will continue as if it's episode 11 of Season 2, or if we're going to reset a few things. The end of last season, Eleanor was taken away back to London to face the consequences of her actions. Hornigold turned her in because he's an ass to get pardons for him and Dufresne and a few other of his men. Flint and Vane rescued Flint, and they have 2 crews on 1 ship at the moment. I don't know if they're going to split off into 2 crews on 2 ships when they get back to Nassau, or if that has already happened. Don't know. Silver earned his promotion to quartermaster, and he has clued Flint in on the Urca Gold situation. The Urca Gold is now with Max and Jack and Anne and their crew. So will that factor into things? Will people be vying to try and steal that? How is all that going to come together? Randall's dead. The guy with teeth, he's dead. And Miranda is dead. I think that's it. We still got Billy, and Scott, and a whole bunch of other people. Got the sword guy. Yeah. So I don't know. Now that the Urca Gold, we don't have to go to that beach anymore. Things have changed. I don't know what the next mission is. I don't know what the next thing is. All I know is that Flint has declared war on the civilized world by blowing up that place. What was it called? Charleston? It's in bits. So when word gets out about that, we might have some shit might go down. They might send more ships. They might send an armada. They might ignore it. I don't know. So I'm excited to get into it because it's new. It's new season. Don't know what to expect. Don't know where we're going to pick it up. So let's just get into it. New person. Hello. He looks like a pirate.
Sir, there are many here to see.
We'll take it from here. Who's this?
May I help you?
We came from Williamsburg to make sure that you honoured your vows to her. Either you're going to be her current husband or her late one.
But,
Neither?
There's some place I have to be.
You are coming with us.
She told you my name was Drummond.
Yeah.
But when I plied that trade, I was called Teach. She
They're all dead.
the truth.
Did they bring swords to a gunfight?
Nassau awaits. Let us away.
Okay. Got a new player?
I said, who goes there?
Who goes there? I'm dead. We're gonna just burn all your shit down? Is that okay? How you doing? Is that Flint? He's got his eyes. Correct?
You are the magistrate here. Any capital sentence served against a pirate would hear my answer. You must have heard. And yet you chose to hang those 3 men in your square.
What about her? Well, that's one way to do it. He has lost his part of his humanity once Miranda died, all bets were off. It's a long road back to any sort of peaceful life for him. Maybe it's impossible to get back now. Hey, this is our old friend.
Once the plunder is stowed, get us underway.
Who are we chasing? Is it Jack? It's Vane.
Is it her? Bring us alongside.
These men are jumping ship.
They aren't his men. There's cargo. I don't remember him saying anything about slaves.
Hey dude, how's your gun? Think you can take your shots? Think it'll work? Oh, good shot, dude. Good shots.
You know who I am. What you cannot know is where I come from. What I once was.
Vane has, Ooh. He should have just shot himself.
The accused has been measured.
Eleanor? This has to be Eleanor.
Miss Guthrie, do you have anything to say in your defense? I have but one regret.
Okay. Scott is not amused. Good job, dude.
I apologize. This must seem in such poor taste to you.
Do you believe there is any way she will be offered some sort of clemency?
I would think there is always a chance for mercy for one willing to beg for it.
How do we get to her or she get to us? That's the question. Because it's so far away.
When Captains Flint and Racker made their pact those months ago, settled their differences over the possession of the Urga gold, they asked me to oversee the restoration of the fort.
Just skipped over all that.
Sure, Nassau was protected. But without the men to do the work, there is no progress. The fort remains compromised and we are all exposed.
Where is Jack? We haven't seen him yet.
For fuck's sake, I'll go talk to him.
Is he drunk on gold? Having orgy parties? He's taking a shit. Come back later. You can stop. Anna's going to just pick it up and hit her over the head with it.
Why ain't there anyone up at the fort? It's been 2 weeks. What are you waiting for?
I'm working on it.
We need to defend it, or we can't defend the gold.
Her share of the gold is sitting up there, along with mine.
And mine.
I am just asking you to tell me what the plan is.
Jack!
Firstly, I have to deal with my good friend Charles.
Find out.
Did you pick up any slaves on your journey? He's looking a lot different, doesn't he? Has he grown his hair out? Maybe. He's grown his hair in to reflect his harsher
approaching unannounced behind you.
persona.
Reported there is another replacement on the Vanguard that we should discuss.
Yours.
that?
You. Every time you go ashore, there is a risk you don't return. I am suggesting it's time we take you out of harm's way as well. Look, I am talking about letting someone else stand in and play your role now and again.
Thank you for your concern.
Send Billy
But I'll
instead.
decide when it's time to start altering our tactics.
No, I'll decide.
Ooh.
This crew has spilled a great deal of blood to make your name what it is. It doesn't belong to you. It's a jointly held asset.
Silver is
belonging to
starting
every
to
man in
sound
this
like
crew who
Gates.
They have a say about how it is managed, and I am the voice of it.
Now you have wormed your way into the heads of the men out there.
I would have said finessed.
But in my head, you're not welcome.
Have you been cleaning it as we discussed? Unless you remove some of the pressure, the wound will only continue to get more irritated. If the decay progresses, I'll have to remove more of your leg.
How much? You just want to go through that again.
You couldn't figure out how to repair the fort, So you lured me into capturing a ship full of slaves to do the job.
It was the first solidly...
That's where I thought it was going with this.
So you lied to me.
We agreed that the fort's restoration was critical to Nassau's
Can we
security.
give them a fair
You would
wage,
hire
maybe?
men to restore it.
I tried that. I offer the men exorbitant wages to do the work. Do you know what they say? You can afford more. We want double that. All right, double it. It's a deal. Fuck it. Do you know what they say then? You can't tell us what to do. We're free men. We'll work when we please. Would you like to take a guess how that is going?
Can we come to some sort of
I knew
compromise?
this would be difficult for you, so I kept it from you.
Maybe?
Please know that I meant no slide by it.
What's this ship? Scary ship?
Possible they abandoned her?
It's a trick. It's a trap.
Why ain't we going closer? See what's what? What if they're in distress?
Who are you?
Alter our course to close with her.
Delay our return to Nassau by a day, maybe two. That storm in the southwest isn't dying away. When we dawdle, we'll find ourselves right in the middle of it.
Now, this ghost ship. What lies in store for us here? Safety first.
Hold. Before the captain goes across, just in case there's...
Well, captain's first. He's like, I'll do it. Well, he's brave. Captain's quarters? Blocked off? Anybody else have a bad feeling about this? Dead captain. Do you have a diary, maybe? Ooh. Ooh, he's gone all cuckoo. Let's get out of here. There's a madness on this ship. Ooh, another ship.
Someone get me a glass.
It's no time for whiskey.
They marooned him.
Seawater.
Bastard went mad.
Yeah, okay.
We need to get out of here.
That's what I'd be saying.
Sail! Heading this way!
She's a hunter. Carrying 50 guns, maybe more. And no point of sail on which we can outrun her.
Someone get me a chart!
Can we fight her?
We won't stand a chance.
What do we do? Wow. Well, Max is enjoying the wealth as well. Milk bath. Like Cleopatra.
You got all the money in the world. Maybe we could find a room that ain't in the middle of a whorehouse.
Good
Beyond
point,
the
Anne.
tavern, they built this from nothing, and none of it is real.
What ain't real about it?
Because it is built upon things I cannot control, cannot predict.
That gold in the fort?
And when the day comes when that foundation shifts, when civilization returns, do you know what they will call me then?
Whore?
The whore that lost everything.
Could we, like, bury some of
Like
that
it in
gold
its room.
somewhere?
Everything is dependent upon that gold, and right now it is sitting in a fort with no guns and full of holes. And so long as that gold is inside it, they will be capturing our futures along with it.
Oh, she's saying we should move
Gold
it.
must be removed from the fort.
There's no other place to put it and secure it.
Not in its current form, no.
How about we make a ship out of gold and sail it away? Like, turn it into dresses?
Whoever that is out there, he has us.
That man has a goddamn answer for everything. He's working on an answer for this.
What's it to be?
Surrender, and I am authorized to offer you full,
Pardons?
unqualified pardon.
There is no way in hell Flint is surrendering to Hornigold.
And I shall grant no quarter.
You think I'll take it?
I don't care. Make the guns ready.
What's the plan, Captain? How do we get out of this?
At what price surrender? To beg forgiveness from a thing that took my woman from me? No. Not after all it has taken from me.
He's in this till the end.
Not after all it has taken from you. Do any of you want to surrender to men who fear you?
No.
Lay down arms in a battle that we are winning?
There's like one guy at the back. Maybe me? Me? Throw him overboard.
Fuck. Benjamin Hornigold.
Exactly. I'm on board with that.
This war isn't nearly over.
So what are we doing?
We're going that way.
Into the storm. See if they follow us.
Ship killer. Then he'd be mad to follow us into it then, wouldn't he?
That guy's always
Billy,
the reluctant.
as soon as he makes his break to fire, we run.
We can survive. The walrus has been through worse.
Prepare to head up and bring us into position to fire.
He's turning. Go, 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 go.
Now!
First we go! She's finding us!
What the hell is he doing? He'll end up in the middle of that storm.
Well, Hornigold, have you got the stones to follow us in here?
We've got hits all along the starboard side. When we reach that weather, we're going to be taking on water down here.
This guy's making a name for himself, in my head. Bald guy with beard. That sword guy, bald guy with beard.
Flint was right about one thing. This is only the beginning. Something else is coming.
Something bigger? This guy? Oh, it's the jailer keeping Eleanor in her. Are we finally going to see her? Are they feeding her well? They are not. Comfort chat?
Now, right now, there is a barrister who feels entitled to say, I am the one who convicted Eleanor Guthrie. A throng of people outside. I was the one who cheered as she swung.
I was the one who threw the apple.
They all feel entitled to a part of your story. So you can imagine how difficult it was for me to arrange it so that I could say, I am the one who set her free.
Who are you, dude?
My name is Woods Rogers. And I am the next governor of New Providence Island. That is where you come in. But the one element I lack is knowledge. Someone who understands
help him
and can help me know what I'm going to find there. If you agree to be that person for me,
you gotta get her out of this.
sentence will be commuted closely.
Specifically, what would I have to do?
That gets her back with our main cast.
A list. The names of those on the island who could be made allies.
You have like 10 names you can write down?
I want to civilize Nassau. That is the only name you need concern yourself with. As long as he is alive, you cannot succeed.
Did she write Bane's name? Because right now, I would have written Flint's name. Slave laborers going along as planned.
Your slaves are making progress. You don't have to be here, you know. I have made it clear to all involved they are to be treated fairly. You think if you refrain from beating them, it's any better?
A little bit.
What we're doing here, sitting on Spain's gold on England's island, demands a response.
Yeah?
What that response will be, by the time we do know it, there will be no time to prepare for the blow that follows.
That's a big ship. That's a fleet of ships. And they're heading your way. Nassau? Is this the dude from the start of the episode? Finally at Nassau? What's his play?
Excuse me, sir. I wonder if you can help me locate an old friend of mine.
Old friend?
His name's Charles Vane.
Ooh. This is what Charles was talking about. Fearing. The taskmaster that comes in the night. Teach, that's the name that I couldn't quite hear at the start of the episode. Something about that name seems familiar. I can't quite place it, but could just be in my head. But he clearly has history with Vane, and that's going to be a thread in this season. This one started dark. We skipped over the whole, they come back from Charleston, they confront Jack, and the trio, the Max and Jack trio, about the gold, gets smoothed over We skipped all that part. And now we're just pirates versus the world. Which is good. It's good, I like it. Not surprised to see Hornigold doing, going after him. And not surprised to see Dufresne alongside him. He was always sneaky. He's always going to be on the opposite side of things. Silver is quartermaster, and he, over the last few months, has become even more embedded in the crew's welfare. So much so to directly confront Flint about decisions and about choices and about the state of things. He settled into his role as if he was, he had reached that role legitimately. He did, but you know what I'm saying. It's such a different character now to the one he was in season 1. At least on the surface. Flint has shortened his hair and become a lot more streamlined and focused and harder. All this, his hope is now gone. It's been replaced with anger and spite, and he'll make them pay. See, in season 1 and season 2, he was angry too. He wanted them to apologize for what had happened with Thomas. But now, after Miranda too, shot in front of him, that's very visceral, and that's at the core of who he is right now. And I don't think there's any going back for him from that place. Not until the right number of people pay for it, which may be all of them, and then himself. I could see him taking his own life more than somebody else taking it. Eleanor has struck a deal with this new dude. I guess that was the only way she could get back to Ara. She was either going to be rescued, which, how do you rescue somebody from London? Or she finds a way to get back to that side of the world, and it's the latter in this case. So this dude just wants help to, for her to give him guidance. I don't know how that's going to play out, because she still has some friends, some loyalties, some history with where she's going. So that's that. Vane has a history with being a slave, so he was taken aback when Jack sprung his plan on him to take the cargo, take the slaves of a ship to use to rebuild the fort. They're defenseless without the fort, but as we saw in the last season, with a proper warship, the fort doesn't offer much defense. And against a fleet of ships, even less so, I would imagine. But maybe they can rebuild it so that things aren't out of range, Do it better this time. Who's to say? Yeah, I think that's most of the crew. Billy was there, but he didn't do much this episode. He wasn't the key character. He's probably missing Abigail. I liked boarding the ghost ship. That was creepy. It was a nice little diversion, nice little break in the middle of the episode where things got quiet and we were exploring and figuring out what was going on. The captain went mad. He was chained there, given nothing but seawater to drink. Went crazy. Did his Jack Torrance stuff. Is that the name? Is it Jack Torrance? Yeah, Jack Torrance. So where does that leave us? Max has a plan. She doesn't have a plan. She just wants the gold out of the fort, because the fort is where people will be going to take the gold. We can't take it anywhere, but she said not in its current form, which means maybe we could turn it into something, that we could put at summer. I don't know. Turn it into chandeliers, mirrors, embedded into carpets, clothing. Build a giant statue of Max. Can't hide that. My idea would be just to take a portion of it and just start burying it in different places. Have it as dispersed as possible so that, your eggs, take them out of the basket and put them in many different places. That would be my idea. I'm surprised, though, that somebody hasn't made a move on it, considering it's such a huge amount and it's just sitting there, undefended, mostly. So maybe that's why they skipped over the Flint coming back to the island to confront Jack. Vane too. Apparently Vane stepped in on Jack's behalf to say that he's the best person to have this money. I feel like a whole season could have been made from that stuff that we skipped. Anyway, good solid start to the season 3. They did start fresh in a way. It wasn't a direct continuation. Everybody's grown their hair out or shrunk their hair or not eaten for a while. We've got some new players and yeah, looking forward to season 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you next time for next episode.